Good afternoon. So, are you sleeping? In this morning I feel a little bit cold, so I hope that they adjust the temperature, and then also I hope my presentation warm you up a bit. So let me introduce myself. I'm Linh. I'm policy advocacy technical specialist for Allied and Thrive. You see our logo in the presentation and also at the backdrop. So I might take some minutes to introduce about Allied and Thrive. Allied and Thrive is a multiple-year initiative with the ultimate goal to save life of children in Asia and Africa. So our approach is to improve infant and young child feeding in several countries in these two continents in order to help children to reach their maximum potential of nutrition and child health. At the beginning we started in Vietnam, Bangladesh and Ethiopia, and then we expand to other countries like India, Burkina Faso, Nigeria. And the main fundings come from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and also from the government of Canada and Ireland. And the project is managed by FHI 360, is a big NGOs on public health and also on HIV. So this morning you heard several presentations on the social impact of nutrition on the development of the country, also on child health. We also talk a bit about conflict of interest. And Dr. Virapon had a very good question about how we engage with health association to promote breastfeeding. So I will tell you some examples that Allied and Thrive did in the past to engage and work with health professional association and institution to promote, protect, and support breastfeeding. So if you look at these slides, if you want mother to breastfeed, and if you want mother and family practice good feeding practices, and to increase the breastfeeding rate, we need the protection, promotion, and support from several partners in like actors in the society. So first of all is policy makers. So they need to create all the legal framework to create enabling environment for breastfeeding. So we have three key policy to support breastfeeding. First is the BMS code, that this morning you hear a lot about that. We should have maternity protection, including paid maternity leave, to enable mother to continue breastfeeding after she comes back from the maternity leave. We also need to have to strengthen the health system, and in order to support mother when she delivers at the hospital, and also during the progress that she needs any kind of support or health service from her system. The second part is what we really want to focus today is the role of healthcare provider, health professional, health institution and association, that how they support mother to have information, how they consult them, how they manage the system to kind of like create very streamlined support. We also talk about the community, that how mother, community, workplace, employers support mother. So we need all people in the community, in the society to join hands and support mother to create a world, a baby-friendly world, and for young children is breastfeeding-friendly world. So I think you know this information better than me, but let me highlight, go a little bit detail. You know, this slide shows you the role of health professional to support breastfeeding. So if you see from the pre and during the pregnancy of the woman until her baby like 2 years, 1 year or 2 years old. So her concern about breastfeeding and also in general feeding practice going up, especially is go up during the delivery time, and then especially when the child was about 4 to 5 weeks, because at that time maybe she had the most problem with the position and suckling and feeding frequency. And after that, when the mother and child have better bond, so that concern going down. But it will going down because she got support from all the people in the community. So make sure that how we support her. So this is for OBGYN staff. So you know your role during the pregnancy is very important. So how you support her? So first of all, you can provide her information about breastfeeding and mother nutrition. It's very important. So go through all the visits you have during the pregnancy. That's very important. So after each visit, she got better information about breastfeeding, mother nutrition, and so on. And then when she delivers, so your role is going down, but it's nevertheless. And then this is the critical time when she delivers her baby. So you know at that time she really needs support to initiate breastfeeding, and right at the moment she delivers her baby. So there is some highlight, very key and simple practice that right after she delivers the baby, put the baby on the chest and let the mother and baby start the first breastfeeding and maintain it well. And then we go to the role of pediatrics and pediatrics staff. So you know from the time that the baby is born, so pediatrics health professional help a lot to kind of take care of the child, and also to have a very critical role to help her, advise her, provide her with information to continue breastfeeding exclusively for 6 months and beyond that to 2 years. So you see sometimes again the role of health professional came up around the week of 6 or 8, because at that time mother had much problem to maintain breastfeeding. So this is a very highlight different role of each health professional. And then you see here is the role of family, workplace, and social. I think somehow the pressure is in some family. The mother have no pressure at all. In some society, where the mother have very good support, and family in the society that she can freely breastfeed at the public place. She has good support in workplace, so she can kind of initiate and maintain breastfeeding very well. But in some society, in some place, the pressure make mother got more challenge, and then it can very high when she pregnancy, but it's going down because. Really, at this moment, is the role of the health professional is very important. So, if we help mother have confidence in established breastfeeding, so she can cover get out of all the pressure that the society put on her. So I know that many of you here are members of some institution, health professional association, or at least like alumni society of medical students. So such kind of institution play a very important role, very critical role in promotion, protection and support breastfeeding. So we can see some kind like a frame how medical association can play a role. So in protection, it's very important to protect breastfeeding through very good compliance with the BMX code. So we help mother to kind of like stay away of all the marketing tactics, marketing advertisement from company, any kind of like free sample or gift from formula company. So that is the protection side that medical association can play. Promotion that means that in any setting, in any event or opportunity, as a health professional, we should talk about the three key breastfeeding practices. Earlier initiation of breastfeeding, exclusively breastfeeding in 6 months, and continue breastfeeding in up to 2 years and beyond. So that key message you can talk in any opportunity to any audience, policy maker, to mother, to public, to employer. So that way you help to promotion breastfeeding. So let's talk about the benefit of breastfeeding, how to maintain it, and the reason why. So for the support, this is what mother need. Your timely and ongoing counseling for mother about benefit of breastfeeding, how to hold baby with the best position to initiate breastfeeding, how to overcome all the challenging during the process is all the information is very kind like helpful for mother. Somehow they seek the information not from health professional. They ask for advice from friends, from families, and then maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. And then the final source of information that they really trust is health professional. So I really want that as medical people, we can help her with our information, accurate information. So what activity medical association can do? So this is some suggestion of activities that many medical associations somehow they can implement one of these or several activities of this. But this is some suggestion and then some practical things that they are doing out there. First of all is adopt global infant and young child feeding recommendation and disseminate it and advocate it for members. That means breastfeeding practice is there. How to make it become a new normal in the society, become a new kind like ordinary practice in health facility to make all the support and protection and promotion become a regular activity. So it's one thing that medical association can do. The second thing is ensure the continuing education for members about breastfeeding. So you know, many research happen, and then if we update the member medical association with the update of latest research findings, so we have more information to discuss and also to counsel mother. I'm not so sure how many BFHI hospital in Thailand, baby-friendly hospital initiative. but I'm sure that you do very well in to have very good health service in very health facilities. So make sure that the health service is baby friendly. I see in some kind like health facility, maybe the maternity ward and the pediatrician ward is not nearby. So it somehow create challenges for mother in case the baby is kind like born by C-section also. So it would be a bit challenging. The second thing is to create and also to implement the accreditation system to make sure that all the breastfeeding criteria it become a quality standard for the hospital, and the medical association can be a part of that work. As we said in the morning, that no code violation is very important to protect breastfeeding, especially sponsorship. So medical association should encourage all their members not receive sponsorship of something like provide the list of mother, the contact of mother to formula company to make some kind of indirect contact with them. So it's something that we should not do. And then because formula company are very clever, so in one way if we do this very well, and then they will think some new thing to kind of like attack us. So be very aware of their tactics to have a very responsive response. So as said at the beginning, Alive and Thrive collaborate with several partners to implement infant and young child feeding project, especially government partners like Ministry of Health, UNICEF, WHO, and other NGOs. But we also work with medical association in the country that we implement the project. Our goal when we work with medical association in the countries is first to let them raise their voice on breastfeeding, to support the breastfeeding. We know that is something not easy, but we kind of like set the goal and create opportunity to let them speak about infant and young child feeding and related policy with both media and policymakers. The second goal is to ensure strong and visible association commitment to promote optimal IYCF. This is something that's quite challenging, but it's not something that we cannot do. The third is to leverage association network to support an adoption of and implementation of national IYCF policy, because medical association have wide network and it's not only in one city, it's nationwide. So somehow if you work well with medical association, you can take advantage of the network and disseminate information widely. So one example that we work in Bangladesh, that we have a flag of IYCF promotion, and we encourage doctor to sign on that flag. And then you can see on the left hand is the health minister of Bangladesh sign on the flag on behalf of the government agency. But we also can get so many signatures from health professionals on that. So this is something that we can encourage them to show their commitment to support breastfeeding and also infant young child feeding. Another activity that we did in Bangladesh is to strengthen medical and nursing curriculum. So you can see all the steps here that we do the gap analysis. We hold advocacy meeting to ask them to put the 10 steps of breastfeeding into the curriculum, and we work with several national medical and nursing faculty to work on the actual curriculum. So, and then we go through other process to make sure that the new curriculum include all the 10 steps of successful breastfeeding, and it is disseminated nationwide. And it becomes a national guideline. It's not only project-based. In Vietnam, so you know, so I'm from Vietnam, so I know very well what we did with the medical association. So at the beginning, we come to see them and then propose them with a long list of activities. We want them to co-author policy, some news article on policy, IYCF policy. We propose to co-host scientific workshop with them. We invite them to several regional workshops. So this is one of the activities we did with them, is a scientific workshop on infant and young child feeding. We invite very well-known professor on breastfeeding and also on complementary feeding to talk about all the research around infant and young child feeding. And the audience, the participants are from medical association, OBGYN association, pediatrics. And then it's come out after that is a black, we call it a black, that the medical association side on that to commit, promote, and protect breastfeeding. So it is some suggestion that I think is very relevant to Thailand. And you can see here is one champion from Pediatrics Association of Vietnam attending a regional workshop. So she talked about IYCF policy that is very good kind like spokesperson to speak in public about infant and young child feeding issues. This activity is actually come from Paul. So you know that as he says is this morning that the Philippines has very strong code for a long time. And in 2012, there is a bill, they call it Monster Bill, to propose downgrade the national code to only 6 months. So it's something that very bad, and then the reaction of the health community is very strong. They sign on a joint statement to protect the meal code. So the statement is about 5 or 6 pages long. They have all the argument to protect the code, why it is important to keep 24 months, not 6 months, why we need to keep all the sponsorship under very strictly regulation. And then on the left side, you can see the signature of all the head of the medical association, including pediatrician, OBGYN, nutrition, and so on. So you can see around 9 association sites on that joint statement. So this, I think, is a very good example how to engage medical association to protect national meal code. So. Finally, I want to say that because medical association have very kind of direct and strong engagement with medical faculty, with school of public health, with institution for health workers, including many health professionals, including nurse, doctor, physician, practitioner. So if we work with them, I think it's a need that we need to work with them. We cannot ignore them. I know the opposition is maybe there, but please think about the context of the country and think about the opportunity to work with them. So like to sit on their kind of position to think about the joint interest, the common interest between us and the medical association, and see a common area of collaboration. I think it's out there, so be open and be very positive, and we can find a way to work with them. Thank you.